Trees release invisible chemicals, phytoncides, proven to lower human stress and blood pressure. Many are drawn to the forest seeking this natural, calming therapy deep within the woods. But tonight, the only thing dropping faster than your stress levels might be your chances of escape, because you are not alone out here. The forest was deep, much deeper than Maya had thought when she first saw the entrance near her new neighborhood. She had come here seeking quiet, a break from the stress of her busy week, maybe even practice some English listening with an audiobook in the peaceful atmosphere. She'd read online about forest bathing, this Japanese trend, how walking in green spaces filled with tall trees could improve mental health. It sounded like a good lesson in self-care. The sun had set quickly though, and the woods were now truly dark. The nature sounds she usually found calming, the hoot of an owl, the rustle of small animals, tonight felt different, charged with an unusual energy. An anxiety she couldn't quite name started to build. She took slow steps along the path, trying to control her breathing, remembering the description of calm walking she'd read. Improve her health, clear her brains. But the silence between the sounds felt heavy, watchful. Then she heard it. A sharp snap, like a dry twig breaking under a heavy foot. Not far away. Her heart gave a painful jump. Just an animal, she told herself. A deer, maybe. This forest was full of life. But the sound had felt deliberate. Calculated. She stopped, straining her hearing, listening with an intensity that hurt her ears. Only the wind sighing through the high branches, a lonely sound. She told herself she was being silly, letting her imagination run wild, maybe influenced by the scary stories she'd sometimes browse online for reading practice. She needed better comprehension of reality versus fiction. She started walking again, faster now, her initial goal of calm forgotten. All she wanted was to reach the edge of the woods, back to the streetlights, back to society. Back to safety. The path twisted. Every shadow seemed to hold a shape, every tree looked like a waiting character in a dark tale. Was that a flicker of light between the trees? Or just her eyes playing tricks? Her brain felt foggy with fear. She fumbled for her phone. No signal. Of course, it always happened like this in the movies. This wasn't a movie. This was real. Her survival felt suddenly fragile. Another sound, closer this time. A soft shuffling like feet dragging through fallen leaves. It stopped when she stopped. It started when she started. Panic began to rise in her throat. She ducked behind a thick oak tree, pressing herself flat against the rough bark, trying to make herself small, invisible. She held her breath, listening. The shuffling came closer, past her hiding spot, and continued down the path she had just been on. She couldn't see anything clearly in the deep darkness, just the sense of something moving. Who was it? What was the reason for them being out here, moving so strangely? Her mind raced, trying to find an explanation. Was it someone lost? Someone playing a game? Or something worse? The mystery felt suffocating. She thought about her English classes, the vocabulary she was learning. Words like terror, dread, escape filled her mind. This felt like a very advanced level of fear she wasn't prepared for. She needed to effectively get away. When the sounds faded slightly, she took a risk. She pushed off from the tree and ran. Not back the way she came, but cutting through the undergrowth, hopping to find a different way out. Branches scratched her face and arms, roots tried to trip her steps. She could hear her own ragged breaths loud in the quiet night. She didn't dare look back. Was she being followed? The feeling was strong, a prickling on her neck. Suddenly, she stumbled into a small clearing. Moonlight filtered down weakly. And there, in the middle of the clearing, was something that didn't belong. A single red glove lying stark against the dark earth. It looked new. Expensive, even. Not the kind of thing someone would accidentally drop on a casual walk. She stared at it, her blood running cold. Who dropped this? And why? Was it a message? A warning? She didn't stop to think. Seeing the glove broke the last of her hesitation. She turned and ran again, fueled by pure adrenaline, ignoring the pain in her lungs, the scratches. She ran until the trees began to thin, until she saw the faint glow of streetlights ahead. She burst out of the woods onto the pavement of a familiar street, gasping for oxygen, her legs trembling. She leaned against a lamppost, looking back at the dark wall of trees. The forest looked silent now, peaceful even. But she knew better. The calm atmosphere was a lie. She was physically safe, back in her neighborhood, but the experience lingered. The sounds, the feeling of being watched, the red glove in the moonlight. It wasn't just a scary story anymore, it was her memoir of this night. Her understanding of the woods, of safety, had changed. The exercise had turned into a fight for survival. Who was in the forest that night? What secrets did those woods hold? The question remained a cold spot in her mind. Some mysteries aren't easily solved, just like mastering a new language. The answers weren't waiting for her. What other hidden narratives unfold in the darkness? What undiscovered characters walk those paths? If this story kept you listening and you want to improve your English skills with more tailies, please like this video, share it with friends who enjoy a good mystery, and subscribe to our channel for more English stories for listening practice. What do you think happened in the forest?